So now, this is a traditional dress that you'll see women wear, but we call it a house dress because we usually wear it around the house, right? She knows, right? You know, yes, and you right? House dress. You got one too. And so we wear this in the house to do housework, to cook, to clean, to shake the baby, to go on yonder, clean, get the fish together, whatever we working on, right? But we don't wear our jewelry when we wear the house dress. But it doesn't mean we don't have it just because someone took a picture of me in a house dress. But what happens is the picture then goes in a book. The picture ends up in a movie. The picture ends up in a museum. Like there's an exhibit here at the Smithsonian about Gullah Geechee culture. But fortunately, the people don't end up in the museum. So the picture now, although they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, it's actually not communicating what was really going on if someone doesn't add the words to it. So what happens is people come to their own conclusions about why I wear the dress and when I wear the dress. And they don't actually realize that there's a whole village of people right in front of their faces that they've never seen because they never stop to really look and to feel it and to know who they are. And so this is what has been the world of Gullah Geechees for so long. We've been hidden in plain view. And I often believe that your community and your culture feels the same way because we don't often get in crowds of people and notice people signing with one another. And when we do, those of us that speak and hear, and we're the verbal communicators, as y'all would say, we don't often get a chance to actually talk to you. Why? Because we don't know how. Or because some don't feel anything and don't feel a need to connect. And if someone is going to make any form of connection or bridge, someone has to set out to engineer that connection, engineer that pattern of building, so that you will know that village is there. And then you can do like the people on here are doing and work together. Because the African people from Angola to Sierra Leone to Liberia to Ghana to Nigeria, I know this is one for you, Madagascar, all of these that are my ancestors could not have created Gullah had they not worked together. They had to create a way that from thousands of languages and dialects of African languages, they would be able to bridge between one another and communicate and connect and then get to know one another. Because the sea islands were, as I'm sure many times you feel your campuses, were isolated from everyone else. So our world, to us, was the same to everyone. But outside of it, we were considered different by everyone. So as I thought of coming here, I kept thinking of all the things we had in common instead of the things that were different. And so I said, well, I know one thing that all humans have in common is communication. So it's a matter of how does my circle of culture connect to the Gallaudet circle of culture? How does the Gullah Geechee Nation and its language connect to that of the deaf community and its language? I already know I can talk with my hands, so y'all ain't got nothing on me. there. Okay? It's just a matter of when I talk with my hands, then you all know what I'm saying. You see? So the thing is that I looked up the word communication to see if when I thought of culture of communication, did it also connect to what English speakers and English writers might think means the same thing. And it said, number one, the imparting or exchange of information or news. Is that what I'm doing? Right? And when you speak to people here on the campus, isn't that what you're doing? So even if I throw them down like this and thing like that, all the rest of Gullah Geechee been here for cracking teeth with me, they don't know what they understand too. They would have said the same thing. And see? So other Gullah Geechees, if they were here to hear me, they would know it was the same thing too. All right? So now, another thing they said, it's a letter or a message containing such information or news. And I turned on the television here. And immediately, the first channel didn't have sound. The second channel didn't have sound. And then I looked at it, and I could see they were conveying the message by signing. So again, they were still imparting, and this was their message containing the news and information for this campus. So now, the third thing it said was the successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feelings. And when I got there, I said, thank you. Can you feel it? All right. And the last one said social contact. I'm a person that loves words. So I now said, well, I need to look up social, because I want to make sure we have the same definition. And social in English meant a series of things, but the first one was the most important. It said of or relating to a society or its organization. So as I stood over there, and society came to me with some opportunities of cultural insight for each to truly yield, then I knew that I had come full circle. And everything in the Gullah Geechee Nation is about circle. It's about how you connect to others. Because with a circle, it is a series of dots. I'm a mathematician. Remember that long bio y'all got a while ago? So it's a series of dots. Even the image on your TV, the image on your computer is a series of dots called pixels. And so without some of those dots being there, you don't have a clear line of communication. It starts to break up. And then you're not quite sure if that's the message you're supposed to get. Did you get all of it or you didn't? So in our community, if any one of those dots are missing from the circle, we know we're not all connected and we're missing some of the communication. So when we do our spiritual dance in our culture of communication, it is a circle. It is when we come together, we do something called a shout, which now see, Shannon doesn't know how to do it, but I'm going to show Shannon. All right, Shannon, come on, join my show. Follow me, going around. Keep going that way. Go all the way around. See, Shannon wants to run. We're not running. We're shouting, Shannon. So, there you go. Just move side by side. That'd be an easy way for you. There we go. There we go. Good. All right. Dr. Henderson, come. You join the circle. All right. You hurt your back? All right, this will be easy. Good, good. Wait, come. You doing? Don't leave that dance. You want to add one more? Come on. All right, now. Keep the circle. Keep the circle. Stay in the circle. Yeah, I'm on the line. Yeah, there you go. Now, there you go. Now, see that? See? Good. Thank you. So now, you see that even though we all have different languages, when we actually come together to make music, to dance, we all speak the same one. The same way that if we laugh or we cry, we all speak the same one. So it doesn't matter what gender we are, doesn't matter what ethnicity we are, what race we are, or what our cultural background is. There is a circle of connection that interlinks all of us as human beings. And notice, what else is a big giant circle? We're sitting on it. What is it? Earth, right, the world, right? And so if we looked at the world as what it is, a series of intersecting circles, we would realize that we all are connected. No matter how it is that we came into being, no matter where we may be from, there should be a point of connection that makes us want to get to know each other, want to feel each other, and then as a result of feeling, begin to understand each other in such a way that we can help one another. And so that's why I'm so thankful to all of you for coming here today, to actually feel me and to hear me and to see me from here and here, as opposed to just here and here. Okay? And so it's a good thing, and I'm very happy. This is happy, right? This is happy? Yes? Okay, happy to be here because of that. Not just because I like to talk with my hands. Okay? But because it is a connection. And so that our worlds and our circles can get that much bigger. Because now there's another G, another two G's added to Gallaudet's G now, which is Gullah Geechee.